What's up, people? This is Big Boss Calvin 83. Don't mind my face. I'm okay. I'm just gonna say this. I had a bad burn from the Magic Shave. It's a hair removal cream, but specifically for men who have beards, and I overdid it and I didn't wash it off properly. The residue stayed on my skin, and I woke up with a burn. So that's why you see these scars and stuff. But I'm recovering, if you're wondering. But anyway, I feel you, Harvey Superboy. I feel you. I feel you, Harvey. Harvey. You know this brother. This brother is on point. He speaks with so much truth. He specifically addresses issues in the so-called black community, and every now and then he will call out. He does speak a lot of issues on the problems within the so-called black community, expose politics, these politicians, the government, the system, and he will also talk about, about men's issues, but specifically about black men's issues, which I agree with, and being an anti-feminist, which I agree with. His points on being an anti-feminist and how feminism is not for black women, and that and the LGBT community, you gay Negroes should stay the fuck away from. You should not be involved. Period. As a matter of fact, we as a people, we need to stay in our lane. We should be black first. Black first. You know what I'm saying? So-called black first. Nubian first or whatever. No, be African or whatever. My thing is, that's what we have to do. And this is a response to Harvey Superboy. Mr. Superboy 223, and he also has another channel, Mr. Superboy 222. Subscribe to both his channels. You can learn so much. I agree with a lot of the stuff that he says all the time. Now, I don't agree with everything he says. Especially when he talks about disciplining the kids and spanking, I don't get down with that. But, overall, he is on point in addressing these world issues, social issues, and how it affects us within the black populace. You know what I'm saying? The black community as a whole. And even he addresses the black community worldwide, but we should focus even with the so-called African diaspora. They have fucked us over too, and I'm glad he points that out. We as so-called black Americans, black people who are in America, in North America specifically, but in America, free case. Don't get that shit twisted and don't get it fucked up. We have no damn friends. We don't have no allies. This is fucking ridiculous that I see you Negro teens marching with them Caucasian folks and marching with these other groups on gun violence, school shootings. I get so irritated. There was a woman's march. I'm so agitated. I'm so irritated, pissed off that you Negro females, you black chicks, you black women and girls continue to stand with racist Caucasian females, young and old, straight and gay. Why in the fuck do you black women, black females, black girls, black females, why do you continue to stand with racist Caucasian females? Caucasian females, you know damn well, if you studied the history of the feminists, that's a Caucasian female thing. Most Caucasian females who are feminists are racist, and they have a hate, and they're actually man haters. But they take out their hatred for men on black men. That's why we had so many, throughout history, so many brothers, black men, black males, being lynched, being hanged from trees, being set on fire, being castrated, being beaten to death, being gunned down. So many towns being burnt the fuck down, being bombed and missiles being shot at our communities being burnt the fuck down due to a lying racist man-hating bitch, Caucasian female, or a group of Caucasian females lying on us, lying on the black man, saying that she was sexually assaulted, sexually harassed, raped. Black men have lost their livelihoods due to this lying ass bitch. And here's the kicker to y'all sisters: when y'all were getting beaten up, raped, having your faces being victims of genital mutilation, being overworked, your man being denied a job where you forced to take over and be the breadwinner. Where were the Caucasian females out when they were sitting at home eating bonbons with their husband and making nigger jokes and taking care of their kids, and they're living comfortable off your free slave labor? When black women were getting raped and getting lynched and having their pregnant stomachs cut open, fetus being ripped out and stomped by the lynch mob, by these Caucasian supremacist bitch made males, where were the Caucasian females at? Okay, when we were deemed tested for drugs and treated like guinea pigs, and having our families. I mean, let me finish this point first. When we were beaten, raped, and so you had brothers being raped, but you had Caucasian females sexually harassing brothers, black men. But if a black man says something, he would be blamed for it. She forced herself on him. And a lot of these women, you had female pedophiles too, Caucasian females, mainly Caucasian female pedophiles molesting boys, raping boys too. But they always said the black man was the one who initiated. He was the aggressor. He was the rapist. But y'all sisters continue to stand with these bitches. You know what I'm saying? When Monique addressed something about racism, which I agree with, and then when she tried to pull the woman card, let me tell y'all women something. Let me tell you black women something. Don't even dare pull the woman card. It's not going to work for you. That's for Caucasian females. That's for white women. When Caucasian females cry sexism, when they talk about women's issues, they're not talking about your issues. When y'all were getting raped, beaten, burnt alive, having your arms cut off, feet cut off, having your body just mutilated, breast cut off and all that stuff, forced to breastfeed children that was not yours. Where were the Caucasian females at saying this is inhumane treatment? When y'all getting raped back in the day, and y'all still getting raped today. I don't see nobody coming to your defense. But y'all blame it on black men, saying, "Oh, we don't protect black women." But the thing is, let me explain this. Let me break this down to y'all. How in the hell can I protect you if I can't protect my own self? And I'm in the system, and I'm in an oppressive ass system. I'm being oppressed. How can someone who's oppressed protect his female counterpart? How can a man who's being oppressed severely protect his woman and children? And then but the thing is, you had many men did protect their women and children, but died in the process. But that's our fault. We should have complied and shut the fuck up. But you can't have it both ways. You can't say black men need to stand up and challenge white supremacy, and then when we do challenge white supremacy, you're aiding and abetting white supremacy. You cannot say black men need to step up and be head of the household, and then when a black man puts his foot down and give you orders and instructions and tells you what to do, you want to call the goddamn police and have him removed from the goddamn home and take away his kids and rape him for alimony and child support. You want to do everything you can to use the racist ass system to keep the so-called black man from seeing his children because you're mad. You can't say black men need to protect us. Then when black men try to protect you and warn you about them Caucasian females and how they get down and how you're being used, you can't say black men need to do this and that. But every time a black man tries to run something, tries to get something together, here you bitches are bed lunching with the master. You're sleeping with Caucasian males, fucking and sucking, and telling him our secrets on how we're about to overthrow the system. And then you wonder why they can do what they do and get away with it. And then you're telling Caucasian females, that's the last person, the last group of people that I can fucking trust and confide in. To be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why you sisters, y'all tell us stay away from white women, leave white women alone, but y'all don't practice what you preach and teach. It don't make no fucking sense for you sisters to be out there marching with Caucasian females when 60% of these bitches voted for Trump. Here you are helping them with this Me Too bullshit, and you let them rob you of the concept, with Tarana Burke, where the fuck this dyke bitch name is. She's a fucking man-hater her damn self, but you're gonna help out Caucasian female supremacists. You're gonna have our Caucasian females who are racist as hell and call you a nigger bitch. I don't know what the fuck I don't know why. But I'm gonna talk to you gay motherfuckers in a second. But my thing is, when Monique was talking about the pay gap and how black women are at least paid and underpaid, way underpaid, but I say black men are way underpaid and overworked and underpaid. But the reason why the numbers come out where men make more money than women, no, actually, black men make more money than black women, is because we got to work extra hard and shit. We take the most dangerous jobs. You women don't do shit. All y'all do is take these cushy jobs that don't pay you anything. All y'all do, y'all gotta be honest with yourselves. Women, period. Y'all gotta take personal responsibility. Y'all don't. When y'all go to school, y'all get a free ride scholarship. Men don't. Black men don't get nothing unless he's a football player, a basketball player, and that's pretty much it. That's how he can make his way through school, make it out of the so-called hood. But if you're a brother who can't dunk a basketball, can't shoot a jump shot, a three-pointer, if you can't play football, be the quarterback, get a touchdown, tackle people, if you can't whip ass in boxing, you can't hit a ball with a stick, a baseball, you can't hit no home runs, or you can't succeed in track, you're screwed. It don't matter how smart. I know there's so many intelligent brothers, young black males out here, working their asses off, smart as hell, make the honor roll, but y'all sisters don't give them the time of day because they don't got no money. We had to bust our ass and work like 3 or 4 jobs, and damn well they ain't gonna give us a job. They're gonna give you a job first. And that's why y'all can get college. Y'all got all these handouts, all these grants, and all these loans. And you know what I'm saying? That y'all don't even have to pay back. Y'all got all these, you got subsidized all these social programs for women and girls. You know what I'm saying? You girls, I know this is women all across the board what I'm speaking of right now, but black women, y'all got so much support in the black community. I'm saying, but women overall in America got so much support, got so many options, got so much aid and so much supports and public assistance, handouts, grants and loans and all types of shit. Social programs, man. Y'all can get housing. Y'all can get cars. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never, how many women do you see out here homeless? A woman don't have to have a child or not. How many women you got women who can get shit from the system? And the reason why it's set up that way, where they said you don't need no man, you do need a man. The reason why they tell what Caucasian females told you don't need no man. Why the fuck would you listen to them bitches? Why would you listen to them? They're telling you don't need no man, you don't need to get married. But these bitches will turn around and get married, will get married to their own men and have families and enjoy their white privilege and their children too. Not only that, these Caucasian females will tell you, oh, stay away from the black man and all that shit. He's violent, he's a rapist, he's a thug, he's a killer criminal. And how the fuck does she know that? She don't live in the black community. And then all of a sudden, when she see a successful brother, then this brother, like she's pushing up on this brother, this black man, and he marries her and watches her has her kids. Y'all mad. But why would you listen to a bunch of devils? That's the mother of Satan. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? It don't make no damn sense for y'all sisters to keep falling for the okie doke. And on top of that, Oh, that's a good-looking woman right there. That's a good-looking sister. Fine, man. But look, my thing is, I got all this. She got me all fucked up. Fine as hell. She got me all fucked up. I mean, what frustrates me about just y'all Negroes, y'all help everybody else, but you don't help but you don't take care of your own people. I don't understand that. We are not tribal, but every time I talk, then every time when brothers like pro-black folks, I don't agree with pro-black folks all the time. Some of them are just simps and fake as hell. I do not trust Cynthia G. I don't trust China Fox. These are black feminists with their own agenda. Okay, I don't fuck with them bitches. And these pro-black male simps, I don't fool with them. Because if you're talking about worshiping woman and all that stuff, and throwing your own men throwing your own brothers underneath the bus to pander to a chick or a bunch of chicks and thinking you're gonna get some pussy, I can't respect you as a man. You don't stab your own brother in the back for a hoe. You tell her she right when you know she's dead ass wrong, but you want your dick sucked and you want to fuck. You don't have to, guys. Let me tell you something. You don't have to kiss a woman's ass to get pussy. You don't have to do that. You don't have to lie. You don't have to. Hell. Some of y'all don't have to. Y'all making it too deep. It's not that deep. Oh, I gotta make a tons of money. You got bitches out here fucking dingus, broke ass dudes who ain't about shit. You're getting pussy. What does that say about you? But you know, that's another subject for another time, another day. Okay. My thing is to your sisters. Y'all listen to these black feminists like Oprah Winfrey, telling you she's the one who created the problem in the black community. Y'all, these Negro females talk about they're so educated, so smart and shit, and so successful, but they do not help you out as a sister. She didn't help out Monique when she got blackballed, but it's actually being whiteballed. Where was she at? When Monique said what she said about Netflix, when she exposed Hollywood for what it is, and she talked about the issues of black women, how they're being mistreated. You know, black men are treated worse. But when she talked about how black women are disrespected and mocked and marginalized, and as women, this is as a woman's issue, and how they're way underpaid. Where were the Caucasian females at who said, you know, this is an issue, and why is there a pay gap? I can tell you why there's a pay gap. Number one, men work 1,000 times harder than y'all bitches. Men can do certain things that y'all just physically can't. Men are logical. Y'all too damn emotional on certain things. Men take the most hardest, most difficult jobs. Y'all don't. Men are in the hard sciences. We major in computers, computer science, technology, engineering, stuff that does with mathematics. You know what I'm saying? Architecture. You know what I'm saying? We take the most hardest majors. Hell, some of us even excel in art. But y'all women don't like. I know a lot of women who don't like math, who don't like science. But that's where the money's at. Y'all take, women's studies. What the fuck can you do with women's studies? I'll take a teaching job. But they don't. I noticed that they always hire women teachers over male teachers. They always hire women teachers over men teachers. Why are they always choosing women over men? See, the reason why you have mostly women teachers, specifically more Caucasian female teachers, because they are the backbones of Caucasian supremacy. Women teachers, they are trying to feminize these boys out here, these young men out here, make everything so gynocentric, everything from a woman's point of view. You need a man's point of view to excel in life. You women need a man's point of view. Y'all can't do it by yourself. Okay? Fuck all that shit. But on the subject, I mean, you Negro females, y'all need to stop marching with these bitches. They don't care about you. You work 10 times harder than these Caucasian bitches, but you're underpaid. And it's not because of your gender. You're black. Okay? Reason why Monique is underpaid as hell and got fucked over because she's black. She's black. Now y'all women talk about, you sisters talk about, you got 2 strikes. No, you got a major strike, but you got an addition. You got a major strike and a plus. You got a strike because you're black, but because you're a woman and you're not a threat to so-called white corporate America, white corporate America, and you're not a threat to the system of Caucasian supremacy, they will give you the top jobs. They will give you a managerial position, but you're just eye candy. You're just a fantasy. You just a dude. That Caucasian male boss he just want to lust after you, fuck you, and he will sexually harass you. But y'all sisters don't say nothing about that. I understand why y'all too scared to say something, because you don't want no backlash. But you ever notice that the Caucasian females never talk about that shit? When they say shit, when you're getting disrespected about because you wear your hair natural, or you wearing braids, or your hair looks Afrocentric, look like a Nubian queen, or you wearing a daishiki, wearing African clothing, you can't shell for that. Where were the Caucasian females when Caucasian males are saying disrespectful shit to y'all? Nowhere. Feminism was designed to destroy the black community, destroy the black family, to create this fake-ass gender war between us. We're not telling you how much you should get paid or not. We're not telling you what you can and cannot do with your body. Hell, we don't have no reproductive rights. Brothers don't have no damn power. But then y'all sisters say, y'all niggas need to get power. Okay, every time we try to get power, y'all always throw a goddamn monkey wrench. It goes back to what I'm saying. You always tell the Caucasian females our business. You always sleeping around, fucking and sucking. You got these bedouin bitches and these gay Negroes, male and female, always running the massa and telling our business, and we get fucked over, get fucked up. You had so many Negro females, sleeping with these Caucasian males, talking shit about how niggas ain't shit, but she ain't shit because you had a few bad experiences. Oh my God, I had my feelings hurt. Oh my God. So, and you picked them dudes that were no damn good. You saw the red flags, you saw the negative signs, but you chose to ignore it because you like the attention. Oh, because you like the sex. Or because you were just happy to get somebody. My thing is, if you women will get off your fucking ass and talk to men, talk to all types of men, stop having these superficial, shallow, bullshit ass, unrealistic standards and expectations about what a man's supposed to be or what you want him to be, and accept him for who he is and go by what you need instead of what you want, you will not have this problem. And that's why I said and you got this dumbass bitch, Jamila, I don't know how to say her last name, Jamila Ganil or something like that. And I can't stand that bitch Amber Phillips. She just have a hatred for black men, but she never talks shit about Caucasian males. She always fighting for white women's causes, white feminism. But let me ask you a question, Amber Phillips. If you ever watching and listening, and you ever come across me, first of all, if you ever come across me, I need to talk to you. And if you come across acting stupid and crazy, I will beat your ass, okay? I will put you in check. You saying all this emotional shit about women's suffrage or black women suffering from the black man. Black men don't have no damn power to make you suffer. We don't have no rule. We don't write no laws that are biased and sexist against y'all. What the fuck you talking about? Our laws that you need to worry about are these racist ass laws, not sexist laws. You got black men who are victims of racism and misandry and gynocentrism, but y'all don't want to acknowledge that because y'all want to maintain female privilege in a Caucasian supremacist system. Because you want to be treated the same way as a Caucasian female. You want the same privileges. And that's why a lot of you Negro females join forces with Caucasian females, because you want to get closer to that Caucasian male, and you think that a Caucasian male is going to choose you over the Caucasian female. You are a damn fool. What makes you think he can maintain the system of Caucasian supremacy, preserve whiteness, and have a white baby? You can't. That shit don't. Yes, y'all. Yes, some of you women, black women, can have children and they come out with different ethnicities, okay? But the point of the matter is, damn well he don't want to he don't not want to face genetic annihilation. Yes, he likes to fuck you. Yes, and these Caucasian females like to sleep with brothers, but at the same time, they already know when a Caucasian female sleeps with a black man, she's a hoe. She a mud shark. She's a slut. She's nasty. The reason why I say that, but Caucasian males can sleep with different types of ethnicities of women: black women, Asian women, Latinas, Arab, Indian. But he's never called a mud shark. He's never called a race traitor. He's never called, he's never accused of committing white genocide, but only Caucasian females are. Why is that? I have told you, Caucasian females, I don't feel bad for you bitches. With this Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer, and Bill O'Reilly, when y'all being sexually harassed by these Caucasian males and all that shit, and y'all being disrespected and used and abused, that's your damn fault. Because if this sexism and rape culture bullshit existed, why do y'all dress like hoes? Why do y'all continue to wear these tight clothes and wear these skimpy outfits and have your titties out, your ass exposed and shit? Why do y'all continue to get breast implants, ass implants? You try to make your hips look bigger and wear these tight ass clothes, showing your cleavage, showing your boobs and shit, and you make sure you get your nails done and all that shit and your toes done. You show everything exposed. To make sure the dude's looking at you. Make sure your hair is done. Making yourself overly sexy. Making yourself overly sexy, overtly sexy. Too much out there. If that shit, rape culture and this harassment, sexual assault was a serious issue, why do y'all make yourself soft targets? Fuck out of here. No, the problem with y'all bitches, y'all want power. You Caucasian females want to be like Caucasian males. Y'all want to be gods. Y'all got a god complex already, a goddess complex, but you want to have a god complex. You want power. You don't want equality. You don't want true gender equality. Because my thing is, to have true equality, you will have to acknowledge racial inequality. You have to have racial equality to have gender equality. Y'all don't want that. Caucasian females make a hell of a lot more money than black men and black women combined, than all men of color and then women of color next. Y'all don't talk about the racial pay gap. Y'all Caucasian females never acknowledge, hey, maybe we need to give these women reparations so they can get out of poverty. No, y'all bitches don't do that shit. Y'all racist motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Now let's talk about you gay Negroes. You transvestite Negroes. You bisexual Negroes. Why do y'all have this gay pride thing? Why are y'all so obsessed with telling the world that you're fucking gay? Why you gotta ask yourself, why are you always putting Laverne Cox, Janet Mock in our goddamn faces and saying it's cool for a man to wear a dress and be a drag queen, RuPaul and shit? The new age RuPauls are your Janet Mocks and your Laverne Cox. And then when you talk about trans women of color, then you ain't no trans nothing. You're a dude you're a faggot. Laverne Cox, Janet Mock, and RuPaul, the original RuPaul, he's a fucking faggot. He's gay, but he likes to be like a woman. But when it benefits him, but I bet he was disrespected and emasculated. He wake up and play, hey, I'm a man. No, you can't play both sides, motherfucker. You don't try that shit. You can't say I feel like I'm a woman and act like a woman, but when you get your card pulled or you get disrespected, you wanna come fighting like you a man. You want to demand respect. No, pick a side, motherfucker. Motherfuckers, y'all gotta pick a side. You want to talk about violence, and I gotta get into this. I'm not gonna do a separate video on this Rose McGowan with that transvestite. When that transvestite talked about so-called trans women, dudes in dresses, that's what we're going to say, drag queens, being harassed. And ain't nobody want to harass no transvestite. What the hell he's talking about? Same with you, Laverne Cox. What are you talking about? Ain't nobody want to mess with no tranny. Ain't no straight man want to fuck with a tranny. Why is it? But y'all transvestites, dudes, you dudes in dresses who pretend to be women, why do y'all just try to use this deception? You try to portray yourself to be a woman, and then when the dude finds out, he beat your ass. He has every right to beat your ass. You just raped him. That's rape. You sexually assaulted him. I saw the clip of Genuine with that transvestite, that Caucasian transvestite, sexually harassing him. Where were the Caucasian females at? Where were the feminists at? Where were the Me Too activists at? When you got black men being sexually harassed by Caucasian females and gay people and gay males, especially white gay males, and not only that, you got lesbians, Caucasian lesbians, white female lesbians sexually harassing black men, but they claim to be gay and like coochie. when a so-called black man turns down a woman, especially a Caucasian female, oh, all hell breaks loose. You know we're gonna catch hell. When a so-called black man turns down a woman, especially a non-black chick, but I would say if it's a black chick, you know, it's like we catch hell from everybody. But when it comes down to non-black women, whether that be Caucasian, Mexican, you know, Asian, Indian, when a dude says I ain't interested in you, when we as brothers turn down a chick and we just don't find her attractive, we are called gay, we're called fags, all types of shit. We're less of a man. Our manhood is in question. We are emasculated. We are insulted. When we don't want to make out with a transvestite, oh, we catch hell. I don't understand that. If it was a Caucasian male who said he's not gay, he don't want to do no gay shit with no dude, especially a dude who's trying to pretend to be a woman, I don't give a damn if you got the surgery. You know, you are born a man. If you got an XY chromosome, no amount of surgery, you could get breast implants, you can cut off your dick, and all that type of shit. You could get your nails done like a chick, get your toes done like a chick, but you're still a dude. Okay? You're still a dude. When Caucasian males tell a Caucasian female no, or any woman no, nobody bothers him. But if a so-called black man just turns down a woman, I had a woman, women teachers ask me when I was in class, do you find me attractive? Do you think I answered that question? I'm like, what the hell are you asking me for? Especially when you are racist, or if you are a woman of color who's prejudiced, and you got deep self-hate issues, and you are color struck. Why you ask me a question when you say you don't like the black man and you hate black men and I don't value black men's opinion? I remember I had a Chinese female teacher who don't like black men. A black man has never picked on her. And when she talked about how she was bullied and insulted, they're all by Caucasians, but she want to get with a Caucasian guy and have mixed kids. And I said, you ain't in. You ain't white. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, why you ask me the black man's opinion? You said all this negative shit about black men, and then you say, you can't be racist. You're right, you can't be racist, but you prejudice, you are a fucking bigot. You're suffering from colorism. You are highly prejudiced. You got a hatred for black people who done nothing to you. Okay? But you said because you have black girlfriends who are bitter and angry, who made poor choices. They told me about black men ain't shit and they don't take care of their kids and blah, 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 blah. I told her, you know what I told this bitch? I said, first of all, before I became conscious and woke, I said, you have Caucasian males who are deadbeat dads. You look at the statistics. Raping women, sexually abusing girls. Now this Asian female teacher that I had when I was a sophomore, she was teaching American history. I'm like, let a Caucasian and a black person teach that shit. But okay. I said, the woman is a chooser. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I'm thinking this to myself too. I said, you can't. Why? First of all, you never been with a black man. I don't know if she'll have or not. She claims she has. Okay. Why are you so focused on what black people do in relationships, or what black men do, who they sleep with, and who they have children by? That's none of your damn business. You know what I'm saying? But I said, hey. I said Caucasian females are deadbeat dads. There's a lot of them are deadbeat dads. A lot of them are abusers, cheaters, liars, and shit like that. Very, very misogynistic, very male chauvinistic. Why is it that society always tries to paint the black man as the biggest misogynistic? We are nowhere misogynistic. If we are fucking multiple women and have a reputation, you cannot be misogynistic if you sleep with a bunch of women and you want to get with women. Dudes who are misogynistic don't want to have nothing to do with women. And then when you have brothers who don't want to mess with women because we're sick of the bullshit, it's not about men being misogynistic. It's about, I'm fed up with this bullshit. You women are on bullshit. You're lying, you're mean, you're nasty, you're disrespectful as hell. You're shallow, superficial, you're hypergamous, you're materialistic, you're greedy as hell. You treat men like shit. So why in the fuck am I going to get with you? And then you women try to shame men to getting with you, to being in a relationship and marrying you, especially when you are at that marriage age. When a man said, I don't want to be bothered by women, you call us gay, you call us faggots, you sexually harass us. You emasculate us, you disrespect us. When we told y'all no. And we told you why. And not over that, you forced men to be alone, and then you get mad because we are mad? What the hell is wrong with y'all? But my thing is, but I know I'm all over the place with this video. I mean, the fact that some women would ask a black male student, "Do you find me attractive?" That's inappropriate. That is harassment right there. And if a man answers say yes, you know he's fucked up. You know he's fucked. And then you got teachers being all flirtatious with the black male students and shit like that. But nobody don't want to talk about that. We talk about girls being, sexually harassed by male teachers, but you got female teachers sexually harassing male students and having inappropriate relationships with male students. I don't give a damn if he initiated it. I don't give a damn if he pushed up on you. You're supposed to tell the dude, stay in your goddamn lane. Because let me say it like this. When dudes say, "Hey, you got these young girls approaching me, being all fresh and fast and nasty, rat shit, sexually being aggressive," oh, you're supposed to say no. You're supposed to tell her to fuck off and all that shit. And nobody gives them sympathy. But when women say, "Oh, he approached me, he seduced me," how can a younger man seduce you when you know the playbook? When you know what guys do? How can he persuade a young man, an underage dude, persuade an older woman to sleep with him? I don't understand that. But let me get my thing is, I'm so sick and tired of black man bashing. When I said, you have Caucasian males and other races of males who are very abusive to women. But I said it like this: hey, these women pick these guys. These women provoke these guys to hitting them. They will stand in the man's face, get in the man's face, slap him around. She will put her hands on him, and then when the dude retaliates, which is self-defense, oh, you can't do that. Get the fuck out of here. Don't talk to me about equal pay. Don't talk to me about equal rights and equal treatment. You want the same opportunities as a man. You want to be seen as a man's equal, but you want to be treated as a woman, and you want all that chivalry bullshit in the 1950s. Get the fuck out of here. You can't say I'm a woman of today, but I want to be treated like my grandmothers and great-grandmothers back in the 40s and 50s. And before the previous generations of that. Fuck out of here. But back to the subject of the gay agenda. You gay Negroes should not be standing with gay Caucasian males and females and transvestites and bisexual males and females. You gay Negroes, right? You are gay and proud, right? You are a transvestite, where you are a so-called trans woman or a so-called trans man or a bisexual male and female Negro. Don't you dare stand with the LGBTQ community. Stay the fuck away from them, because when you get pulled over, they ain't gonna say it's because you're gay. No, because you're black. Okay? When they follow you in stores and disrespect you, it ain't because you're gay, it's because you're black. When you encounter discrimination, don't think because you're gay that you're going to get a gay privilege pass. No, you're black. You're still a nigger. Same with you Negro females when you talk about that women's issue bullshit. First of all, that's not your fight. If the Caucasian female wants to end sexism within the Caucasian community, because that's what it is. It's not across the board. It's not with every culture. It's only within the Caucasian community. If she wants to hate patriarchy, white male patriarchy, then why don't y'all bitches, you Caucasian bitches, stop fucking and sucking Caucasian males and having their babies? You're not forced to be with these guys. You're not forced to marry them. You're not forced to have their children. Y'all do that willingly. Miss me with that crap. I mean, if women weren't really, y'all women talk about how bad and how horrible men are and how they're abusive, but y'all abusive. Oh, but you don't want to talk about that. You have an excuse. Y'all abort your children. Y'all kill your children. Y'all abuse your children. Y'all rape your children. Y'all sexually abuse your children. You got a lot of female pedophiles out here, but don't want to talk about that shit. And then y'all women say, well, you got a lot of society you have these dumbass males who say, I wish an older woman would rape me and take advantage of me. Yeah, ignore them boys. Ignore them idiots. Because, I mean, one thing, yeah, you're right. You got dudes out here. Y'all need to stop saying, when you see a female teacher have an inappropriate relationship with a male student or a girl, but mainly a male student or a female student, but mainly a male student, an underage young man, Don't you dare say, I wish that was my goddamn teacher. Don't you wish, oh, I wish that would have happened to me. Because there's dudes who have been sexually abused by women. Younger men these teenage boys who have been raped by women, being victims of statutory rape at that, or just rape, or sexual abuse, or molestation. And they will tell you how psychologically damaged and fucked up they are, especially when they got a baby by this bitch and he's forced to pay child support. Don't you dare say, I wish that was me. You don't want to be in that situation. You're looking at it from a 30-year... These males who say that dumb shit are immature dudes who are over the age of 35 talking that stupid shit. They're looking at it from a dude who's in their mid to late 30s. They're not looking at it from a kid's perspective. When they were kids, all they cared about was Nintendo, Xbox. All they cared about was playing sports and all that shit. Or trying to get a girl to like them. That's all. They wasn't thinking about that deep about sex, okay? You can't say we're not into sex or sexually advanced and then say that dumb shit, well, we are predators and shit like that. And say girls are more mature than boys when that's a fucking lie in themselves. Whether it be mentally and emotionally and all that shit, or physically. That's propaganda. Okay? That's an individual thing. And my thing is like this. When it comes to health, if you age fast, that don't mean you're more mature. Just because that don't mean that shit. That means you have bad health. That means you ain't eating right and exercising and having the proper diet, and you have an unhealthy lifestyle. Okay? And if you do have it, and if you look young for your age, if you're like 15, you look like a kid, enjoy your youth. If you're a 20-year-old person and you look like you still look like a teen, or if you're in your 30s, or you look like you're in your 20s, enjoy that. Be thankful. If they ask you if you're trying to buy a beer and you're a 40-year-old man or woman, and they ask you, can I see your ID? Take that as a compliment, because you do not want to look older than what you are. That means you're doing something right. So just look at it like that. It's just, I mean, let's talk about DACA. About y'all crying, you Negroes. Y'all ought to be ashamed of your motherfucking selves. Y'all talk about how unfortunately these first of all, these illegal immigrants don't like black people. They get the stereotypes from Caucasian people who come to their countries, or to get it from the Caucasian media. Why are you crying with them? Why are you marching with them for these illegal immigrants when these Caucasians, first of all, I don't like the term, these Mexicans, these Asians, and these Indians and Arabs are taking their jobs. No, the Caucasians are giving them loans, business loans, giving them opportunities, free education, houses and cars and shit, food stamps, public handouts. But Caucasians are getting bigger handouts, bigger expensive cars and houses and shit that are paid by the taxpayers, people, hardworking black people, hardworking taxpayer, by the hardworking blue-collar people, working class, poor people, working their asses off. But you got cops, and you got I see cops with these new cars and shit. But you see people taking the bus. I see people, we as a people, American people, but specifically black people, we are taking the bus, but these Caucasians getting these handouts, or committing welfare fraud and shit, or you got these illegal aliens, these illegal immigrants, wherever ethnicity they are. There's the Caucasian illegal immigrants, but nobody don't want to talk about that. They got expensive cars, they got big homes, they can get food, food stamps, and they make too much money for that. They got all types of programs and shit. Can travel for free. Can have this. Can have that. All these resources, but we're denied that. They got business loans, grants and loans and shit. But we can't own that shit. We gotta go for red tape to have our own business, to get a business loan. We gotta go for all shit to have anything, to own anything, buy up anything. It's fucking ridiculous. But here, these immigrants are living high off the. Well, actually, Caucasians are living high off the hog. But you got these immigrants, getting jobs that, and we're more qualified than they are to get jobs. They're building businesses in our community, in the black community, and they're treating us like crap. But you Negroes patronize their businesses while they insult you. They act like wannabe Caucasian supremacists. They think they're white because their skin is a little shit. Their skin is on the lighter side. They're the new light-skinned Negroes. They got their hairs a little bit straight. Their eyes a little bit. They got some blue or green eyes or brown eyes or hazel eyes and shit. You know. Don't you dare cry for these Mexicans or these Asians and these Indians and these Arabs, and you know what I'm saying? Don't you dare. And I would say, don't you dare be sympathetic and have love and compassion for these Africans and these Caribbean Negroes, because they treat us like shit too. Y'all should have. I mean, I'm gonna stick on this for a minute. When Donald Trump called those these black countries, African countries, and Caribbean nations shithole countries. Why did y'all get upset with them? Why were you pro-black Negroes saying, oh, we got to help our foreign brothers and sisters, the African diaspora? Fuck them. Because let me tell you something. I have a Jamaican background. My dad's from Jamaica. And I know how they used to talk shit about black folk, black Americans. Talk saying we're lazy and shit. But it was other black Americans who got them to be successful and prosper. I'm like, Dad, I mean, if it wasn't for my mother's ancestors, and, you know, and other black people marching and fighting for shit, because the Jamaicans, the Haitians, the Negroes from Barbados and all that shit, from those Caribbean countries, and Africans from South Africa, the Congo and all that shit, you know, these other African nations, Nigeria, they was not marching with black people in the civil rights movement in the 60s and 70s. They were not helping us. The Asians were not helping us. Oh, and don't give me that, well, there was 1%. 1% don't do shit, okay? The Latinos weren't, I mean, rather be Mexicans or white Hispanics from Spain, or just white Hispanics from the South America, whatever. Or just, you know, or Afro-Latino, or what you call Caribbean Latinos, or the African Latinos, or white Latinos, or the indigenous Native American Latin American motherfuckers. They weren't marching with us. The Arabs were not marching with us. The Indians were not the East Indians were not marching with us. The Native Americans, who y'all Negroes like to say, I got Cherokee in me. Did you know what these Cherokee Indians did to y'all? How they treat us? They have a hatred for us. You want to cry with them. You want to cry with these Indian tribes. And I'm in North Carolina, and there's some Indian reservations, but they don't accept black people, black Americans. They treat us like shit. Okay, here you are. The Native Americans ain't helping us, even though they claim to be. They have a victim. They had the verse. They say their victimization. They're being victims of Caucasian supremacy and oppression is worse. No, it's only for black people. And you already have black people already in North America. They didn't come from Africa. Not all of them came from Africa. What happened was the African slaves and the black people that were already here got captured. The Caucasians captured them and lumped them to one group. Basically, they captured the indigenous black folks in North America and just, you know, enslaved them here. The Native Americans, from my understanding, you had black folks here. They were the first. Then the Native Americans that we think that look Asian, they were Asian descendants that came to North America. Okay, but my thing is, but where were the Native Americans? If their pain is so severe and they lost everything and they got damn near wiped out, how come they ain't helping us? We helped them when that shit happened in the Dakotas. I don't know which was North Dakota or South Dakota, but when those Caucasian folks in these businesses wanted to destroy their reservation in the Dakotas, what did they do? Oh, they got black folks for numbers to overturn that shit, to stop that shit. But they don't. But like I said, and I'm gonna go to you Negroes, man. When y'all talk about y'all Negroes should be careful. Those who I am for men's issues, but I know better. Now I don't know. You got to be careful. Those to you brothers out there who are for men's rights. I understand where that comes from because we've been so fucked over and underhanded that we don't look at we're as a joke. We're not looked at as men. Our lives don't matter. But let me tell y'all something. When these Caucasian males, when brothers are getting jammed up, being falsely accused of sexual harassment, sexual assault, battery, and rape, when we're being falsely accused by domestic violence by women, but guess what? Coming from Caucasian females, yes, you got ignorant, handkerchief head, Negro bedwench bitches, Aunt your mama motherfucking bitches like Juanita Gibson that will lie on a brother like Brian Banks. I had been falsely accused by black women, or my situation was like this. I had a Negro bedwench, these bedwench Negroes, and this big fat Negro peeing. She's a light-skinned version of Amber Phillips, but she looked like a man, like a transvestite. She had an issue with me. I checked her ass for disrespecting me, and she was always being a bully to me. I checked her ass and put her in her goddamn place. She tried to insult me. She was trying to get with these Caucasian males and try to hook up with one of them, and she insults me. So I put her in her place and embarrassed her, and I asked her, and I questioned her blackness, and she got mad. So when I was with these when she found out that I was messing with some Asian chicks, and the fact that I was 18 and they were 17, first of all, before I get into that, it's funny how it's funny how they want to accuse me. She want to tell the school administration that I was committing statutory rape when I wasn't. Having a conversation with a minor ain't statutory rape, you stupid ass bitch. Especially when she's talking to me. I didn't put no moves on her. If you want to talk about statutory rape and you want to make me the face of statutory rape and me being the rapist of the sexual harasser and all that shit, why don't you but you didn't say nothing to these chicks who are fucking with college students. You have so many Caucasian males, even Caucasian males who are in their goddamn 50s messing with girls who are like in middle school, girls who are 15, 16 and shit. And these women went after these guys, and these guys went after them, but most of these women, because they had money and cars and shit, and in their own place. But you Negro bedwench bitches, and you Caucasian bitches, you feminists didn't go after those Caucasian males who were doing that pedophile shit. And them girls being hot perk, you didn't call them out on their hot. You didn't say nothing to these girls. Well, why are you messing with an older dude? And don't give me that with girls are more mature than boys. Okay, that's bullshit. Okay, no, y'all don't give a damn about maturity. All y'all care is about money because there's some dudes who are way more mature than you and way more mature for their age. You didn't give them the time of day. It's because of the fact that they didn't have money, they didn't have a nice car, or didn't have a car, or they didn't have status. They weren't popular, and they were not part of the status quo. That's why you treated them like shit and dismissed them. But so when I was falsely accused of sexual harassment, I'm going to do another video about that. I'm not going to go this deep into it. But these Caucasian, these Negro bedwench bitches, these black feminists, and this group of Caucasian females they just had a hatred for me. They were just mad because, well, why is this black man talking to this Asian chick or these Asian girls when they should be talking to us? But you bitches didn't want to talk to me anyway. I talk to who wants to talk to me. Okay, even if I was trying to get this Asian chick to talk to me back, okay? My thing is none of your damn business. I'm not beating her ass. I'm not threatening her life. I'm not passing, spreading AIDS and HIV and shit. Leave me the fuck alone. Even if we are a year or two apart, mind your own damn business. Why don't you go after these chicks and these guys, these Caucasian males who are fucking, who are going to these high schools and fucking with underage girls? Why don't you go after them? No, y'all don't say nothing about that. Why don't you go after these female teachers who have inappropriate relationships with high school male students? Oh, y'all don't say nothing about that, but you'll go after a male teacher who sleeps with a teenage girl. That's some fucked up bullshit, double standard. So you're gonna make my life hell because I stood up to you and I put your ass in check? And you got embarrassed? And the fact that they rejected your ass anyway because you got deep-rooted self-hate issues and you just hate men, period? You have a history of being a man-hating bitch. I mean, that's why she got vindictive and did what she did to me. But I want to explain more of that in another video. But my thing is, the selective outrage is fucking ridiculous. I mean, back to the men's rights issues. You Negroes, you guys, it's okay to be aware about men's issues. men's health and your life, and how gynocentric and misandric this society is. But understand who's allowing this system to take place? Caucasian males, who are elite Caucasian males, who are in the position of a superpower, and a super powerful position. These Caucasian males and these Jewish males who gave women female privilege, and they got the support of women behind them, allowing this shit to happen. Most of these laws, these racist ass laws, came from Caucasian females. A lot of you Negro males don't know that. Okay? When black men were getting falsely accused of harassment and rape and losing their jobs, or getting beat up and harmed or lynched in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s, where are these Caucasian males at who talk about for men's rights? Where are they at? When even in history, when Caucasian females lied on black men, and a few coon-ass, handkerchief-head, Negro-peeing, ancient mama, Negro female bitches lied on black men, said he did something to them. And then the brother got hung from a tree, and they found out he didn't do it. Or something did go down, the sex was consensual. Where were these MRAs at for you brothers? When black men were kicked out of their homes, when the Caucasian supremacists and these feminists, these Caucasian female feminists, and these feminists like this racist ass bitch Gloria Steinem and Margaret Sanger, were plotting to get black women to turn on us and favor the system of Caucasian supremacy, which is the government. And then black men got kicked out of the household and couldn't be head of household. Where were the Caucasian males at who are MRAs for men's rights? Where are they at? Where are the MGTOW brothers? Where were the MGTOW dudes? Men going their own way. Where are they at? Okay? Where are they at, my man? Where are they at? When black men were losing their kids and had a hard time seeing their kids, and they had their children taken away, and they lost everything, and they got jammed up in the system or couldn't pay, they lost their job. You know what I'm saying? And they got locked up in jail because they wasn't able to make child support payments and got their license suspended. But now this is happening to Caucasian males. Where the MRAs at for y'all? You got to think about that, brothers. In this racist, gynocentric, misandric society that we live in as black men, where are y'all at? Where are our Caucasian male brothers when we are facing misandry and racism and misandry and gynocentrism? They're nowhere to be found. When Joe Mixon when that racist Caucasian bitch, I forgot her name. When that bitch hits him and spit on him, I think, she comes after him and hits him, and he defends himself. Why did he get arrested and lose his scholarship and everything by this racist bitch assaulting him? And he had to defend himself. Where were the MRAs at for Joe Mixon? When he had another brother in Florida, Florida is a very racist state. Okay? When he went to that club, I mean, we came to my brothers, to my brothers and my sisters, but specifically to my brothers. Stop going to these white-owned bars. Stop going to these Caucasian dominant how do you say it? These Caucasian dominant bars, okay, and clubs. Stop going to these Caucasian predominant clubs, okay? Stop. If you want to talk to Becky, I do not recommend you do that right now. But my thing is, to black men, y'all got to stop going to these bars, these all-white bars and clubs and pubs and shit, and these all-white establishments, trying to meet women and trying to get drinks. When that brother went into that all-white bar, and he was trying to get a drink, he asked the girl, the Caucasian girl, the blonde, "Excuse me, I'm trying to get a drink." She got nasty with him. I guess because he was avoiding her and did not want to touch her, so he just tried to avoid her. She got mad because he didn't touch her. He didn't try to grope her. I'm like, he in Florida. And then this bitch gets nasty, calls him a nigger. I don't know. I mean, she gets in his face. I don't know if she spit on him, but she kicks him in the nuts, and she hits him in the face, and the dude knocks her out. But guess what? He goes to jail, even though he defended himself. Where were the men's rights activists at? Where were these Caucasian MRAs at? Where were these Caucasian males? How come they didn't come to his defense too? When black men get jammed up and have issues trying to see their kids because the bitch won't let them see his kids, using the racist court system, racist gynocentric court system to keep him from seeing his children and extorting him for child support. And then when you got black men who are victims of paternity fraud, where are the MRAs at to come to our defense when we are going through these issues? When we are lied on by women, when we are assaulted by women, when we are sexually harassed by women, or by transvestites, these dudes who think they're women. They don't come to our defense. Everybody went after Genuine and just tore him down and shamed him because he did not want to kiss a transvestite. He did not want to have sex with another dude in the dress. Where were the MRAs at? Where were the MGTOW dudes at? Well, I mean, where are y'all at, man? Yes. Well, Calvin, you used to hang with Bill Greathouse back in the day. I never hanged with him. No, when I was with TFL, when I was with part of the True Force Loneliness movement, I didn't know any better. I mean, I thought Bill Greathouse was different. I didn't know he was that racist. When I started detecting that shit, when he started saying certain things, well, black people need to move on from slavery and get over the past, and y'all don't deserve reparations, I should have caught that, but I didn't. When he started talking about reverse racism, I'm like, what are you talking about? Y'all own everything. You Caucasian males own every goddamn thing. Even when y'all talk about sexism, being victims of sexism and feminism, well, y'all allow these women to have power over you anyway. You're stupid as hell for doing that shit. I'm supposed to feel bad for you? Hell no. When Bill Greathouse defended George Zimmerman, that's what gave me the red flag. When Dwayne Holloway had issues with Greathouse, and he told me about certain things about him. You know what I'm saying? And when I talked to Dwayne Holloway on Messenger and had a conversation with him, when we had email chat back and forth with the Facebook email, and he told me certain things about Bill Greathouse and all that shit, okay? And even when I inboxed him, when you can send emails through YouTube, the YouTube email things, I knew this when he left the way he did, and had an argument how Bill Greathouse disrespected him like he did and talked shit about him. I was like, that's something. And but the biggest red flag, the biggest detector, was when he went after For Lost Souls only. That's a brother who talked about black issues and talked about a lot of issues, the New World Order and all that stuff. And let me tell you about the New World Order. Those who ask me how come I don't talk about the New World Order anymore? You want to know why I don't talk about the New World Order anymore? It's because I understand that it's a system of Caucasian supremacy. Now you Caucasian folks are getting fucked up and you're losing you're not really losing your rights. You're losing your comfort. You don't have the rights as elite Caucasian males and females do. You average Caucasian folks, you can't do whatever you want to do. You can't do whatever you want and have whatever you want. You cannot be comfortable. You got to be a slave. The system is fucking you up too. They're poisoning your food and water and the air that you fucking breathe. You're dying from cancer. You can't stand out in the sun anymore because you roast. You are disenfranchised too, to a degree. Not like black people, but you are very disenfranchised now. You are in Negro status. Now all of a sudden you want to talk about stand together? Fuck out of here. I mean, it's a trip. We as so-called black people, so-called black people, but Nubian people of color, but I'm going to say it like this, as everybody likes us, they just say, Calvin, just say black people. We as black people, we need to stop participating in other groups' movements. Stay away from the feminist movement. Stay away from the MRA movement, men's rights movement. That's what it stands for. Don't participate. Let me say this one more time, and let me be clear. We as black people, Stay away from the LGBTQ community. Stay away from the gay community. Stay away from the gay movement. Stay away from the women's movement, the feminist movement. Stay away from that shit. Okay, especially to you women. Stay away from the feminist movements. Stay away from that shit. Black men, stay away from the men's rights movement. Don't you fool with them MRAs. Leave them, let them fight their own fight. Only Caucasian males can stop this bullshit right now. Okay? Every movement that they have, I mean, every movement that's going on with non-black people, we as black people need to stay the hell away from it. Do not stand together with these motherfuckers. We're going to stand for ourselves. Okay? And that's the issue I have with this whole gun violence. They want to talk about gun violence right now. Oh, because Caucasian kids are getting shot up and Caucasian people are getting shot up in concerts and churches and in schools and built and other establishments and even in the workplace. You got crazy Caucasian males and sometimes Asian males shooting up schools, shooting up their workplace where they work at or used to work at, shooting up restaurants, shooting up churches, concerts, stadiums, shooting up in the stadium and all that type of shit. You know, shooting up the town, bombing buildings and shit. You know, just because they can't get their way. I mean, and they want to talk about gun violence. Oh, now Caucasian kids are victims of gun violence. Well, when black kids like Tamir Rice was victim of gun violence and police brutality, oh, nothing was said. You had a case out in Arizona where a Caucasian male cop gunned down another Caucasian male. And everybody want to cry, now these Caucasians want to cry justice. When that black cop accidentally shot that Caucasian female and killed her, now y'all want to talk about police brutality, and he said he claimed he was in fear of his life. Muhammad Noor, now all of a sudden you Caucasians want to cry victim. Now you want to cry and talk about, we got to talk about police brutality. Y'all rushed to judgment. Y'all said, well, it doesn't matter what happened before the video and after the video. He's still wrong. But when shit happens to us, oh, we got to get over it. We got to be so sensitive and all that shit. Y'all want to be dismissive as fuck. You want to be dismissive and insensitive as hell. Y'all tell us to get over slavery, get over Jim Crow, get over racism, stop making excuses about the system of Caucasian supremacy. Stop blaming Caucasian people for everything, but you are to blame for everything. Oh, but when y'all get fucked up, when y'all lose your jobs and they become outsourced by these Caucasian male Republicans that you vote for. Oh, when y'all women can't get your welfare and your handouts, Caucasian females specifically, you can't get food stamps and Section 8 no damn more because Donald Trump took that shit out. Now you're struggling and now you gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and now you a single mother because you a hoe. Now you can't feed your child, and your deadbeat Caucasian male partner, rather be her ex-husband or boyfriend, won't take care of his kids. Now you want to cry injustice and want to be a fucking feminist. Now you want to be like these bitches like Rose McGowan and shit, talk about, oh, women being exploited and sexually abused and harassed in the workplace when you sucked your way to the top. But now since you got dismissed and you want to talk about how women, when they get older, they're not attractive and they're portrayed to be ugly and they're dismissed and not jack off material, now you want to cry sexism. Oh, but when black women are being mistreated, when black men are being more mistreated, it's dismissed. When black children are being mistreated and being bullied and harassed and being terrorized, being assaulted, being raped, being murdered, gunned down, oh, it's our fault. When drugs are in our community that come from y'all, oh, it's our fault. When guns come in our community, it's our fault, but it's never your fault. Oh, but when y'all victims of opium, the meth and drugs and the opium epidemic, now this is your system. Now you're going to say, oh, this is a problem. It's the government. It's the CIA. It's out of control. When y'all Caucasians are getting gunned down by cops, now you want to cry. When y'all women are getting body slammed by police officers and beat up by cops, now you want to bitch and complain and cry. Now you want to, but I notice you feminists don't want to say nothing, but y'all say something now because it could be you. Oh, but when Sandra, now you understand that you could become the next Rekia Boyd, Renisha McBride, Karen Gaines, Sandra Bland. Now you women want to talk about men abusing women And you got women, and now you got Caucasian females dying in jail cells. Now you want to say something and getting beat up and body slammed and raped by cops and raped by prison guards and shit. Now y'all want to talk. I'm so sick and tired of the selective outrage. You know, it's like when that cop in Utah manhandled and abused that woman, terrorized her. Oh, now y'all want to say something. But when it happens to black women, oh, you don't want to say nothing. When it happens to black men and we get shot down and gunned down, oh, you should have complied and just shut up and just let them take advantage of you. Oh, but when it happens to y'all, we can say the same thing. Oh, you're so insensitive and mean. Where's your compassion? I have rights. No, you don't have damn rights. If I can't have rights, you can't have rights. I'm really sick and tired of the selective outrage. I'm really sick and tired of you Negroes. You Negroes, you black students, male and female, ought to be ashamed of yourself. Your parents failed you. Why are you getting out of your class, walking out of the classroom when you should be learning? Well, actually, we as black parents, I'm not a parent. I know I'm not a parent, but you black parents should be homeschooling your children. To be honest with y'all, this single parent shit and this feminism, your women y'all need to give her a quality man who's and have that traditional role of being the patriarch and let him do his thing and lead you to the promised land. But you women don't want that. You don't want to give up that power. Well, you're gonna have to give up that power because it's gonna be taken away from you anyway. No, you should not have power over anybody, male or female. It should be, but most women don't want equality because it requires equal responsibility. But I'll say, like, we as black parents in the black community, we need to educate our own kids, and we need to have our own schools. When Dr. Umar Johnson tried to build his own school, and y'all black feminists got mad, well, what about the girls? Girls are already getting too much damn help anyway, getting too many handouts anyway, too many perks, too many special rights and privileges and shit. Getting too much free shit for nothing, for being hoes. Women got too much damn help, and that's why they don't feel that needed. That's why women don't want to grow the fuck up and be strong and independent like they claim they are. They don't want to be self-efficient. They want another man to help them out of bullshit. And we as men, we need to stop helping these women when they fuck up. No, you're going to treat you like a man. When you fuck up, you're on your goddamn own. Either you listen or you suffer in misery and shut the fuck up and suffer in silence. Because I ain't listening. We ain't listening. Okay? Dr. Umar Johnson, rather you call him a fraud, an opportunist or not, he spoke truth. Yeah, I don't agree with him pandering to black women who don't have no respect for him. No man should ever pander to women, period. Should never worship women like that. Never worship anybody. Not even your damn self. Be humble. When Dr. Umar Johnson tried to build a school, build his own school, build black schools across the country, in the world, and especially try to focus more on the black boys so we can catch up and compete with these other groups, so we can take our power back, so we can be kings again, so we can be head of households and be able to protect y'all women and children. What do y'all sisters do? Throw him underneath the bus, tear him down, sabotage him. It's out of stupidity because you love the system of Caucasian supremacy. That's why when y'all women love Christmas and Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving, the men don't want to fuck with that shit. Y'all women want to support these, like my mother, she loves Easter unlike these European holidays and St. Patrick's Day. What the fuck are y'all celebrating St. Patrick's Day and these other Caucasian, European pagan days? Why are y'all doing that? The Super Bowl, why are y'all doing that? Why are you even partying with Caucasian folks who call you a nigger all the goddamn time? To your back, and now they're saying it to your face once again. Like they did when my grandfather was on the come up, and his dad, and his granddad. You know what I'm saying? And before. Why are y'all continue to celebrate the Super Bowl and hang out and party with these Caucasian folks and these other groups who don't fucking like you? I don't understand that. Yet not only that, you want to date and fuck them. You want to fuck them and you want to date them and marry them. And for what? What's the benefit of interethnic relationships? Now, I'm not against interethnic dating, what you call interracial dating. I'm not against it, but my thing is, if this Caucasian person, specifically, since y'all want to focus on Caucasian people, but let's say it like this: when you dating a woman or a man from a different ethnicity with these other groups who really don't respect you, why do you want to do that? My thing is, If you want to date outside your ethnicity, you just like what you like. You can like what you like and love what you love. But we got to be real. My thing is, if I'm going to step outside my ethnicity, this Caucasian chick, this Asian chick, this Latina, and Arab, and so on, they gotta have my back. So if I'm messing with a Caucasian woman, a Latina woman, Asian woman, an Indian woman, an Arab woman, and so on, my thing is this: I need to know how she feels about my people, and not just me. And I need to know: does she see me as a fetish, or she wants to be with me for wild sex, or just because really, if she sees me as a fetish, I really can't fool with her like that. If I'm not good enough to be her husband, if I'm not good enough for her to take my last name, I can't fool with her. I will not be used as a goddamn sex object, and that proves my point. I'm back. I'm sorry for the interruption. But yeah, like I'm saying is that if you're a black person and you want to date outside your ethnicity, whether you are a man or a woman, some of these non-black folks will see you as for what it is, a fetish. Thinking back my experiences, some do feel. I think if you're a black man, from my perspective, is that women like a black man likes me, but the thing is, they don't. These are the groups. They're told by their mothers and fathers, don't bring no nigger home. George Lopez was right and on point when he was saying that, hey, in every culture, and specifically Mexican culture, and every other culture, it's got the same mindset, practically, especially Caucasians. Don't fuck with no nigger. Don't get caught fucking with a nigger. Don't bring no black person, don't date no black person home. Do not date and have a relationship with a black person, man or woman. Don't bring no black person home, and don't marry them. And have kids with them, because you looked at as undesirable. But what I don't understand is that, how is that a step down for y'all when you copy our culture? You steal everything from us. Y'all use us to get ahead, to fulfill your own agenda that you won't do yourself. We have built this country. We have built the world. We have invented everything. We are I don't know what to say. The word is, we are the achievers who have made so many advances and discoveries in technology. Everybody emulates us. Everybody wants to be like us. Oh, but when it comes to being accepted by Caucasian folks, can't do that. But y'all will use us. You want us to fight your own battles, to fight your battles and issues. You know what I'm saying? You copy everything we do. You steal our talent. You use our talent and exploit us to make money off us. So how in the fuck is it a step down? To me, when y'all give a black person, that's an upgrade because we got a strong DNA. But I digress. My thing is, when you're dating this non-black person, I'd rather be a brown person, or Latino, Asian, Indian, Arab. Here's what you got to look for. Do they care about you? Do they respect your people? Do they respect your culture? When you're dealing with a Caucasian person, but if you're dating a brown person, that's like, an other ethnic person of color. Understand that some of them folks got self-hate issues, got cover shop, but they stick together and be well unified with one another. But they pander to Caucasian folks for their survival, especially in America. You know what I'm saying? More so in America than in their home natural native land. So what are they doing to help your condition? Help be sympathetic and supportive of your plight to help you get out of your bondage of oppression. What are they doing? Now when you're dating a Caucasian person, I got a set of rules. And it's like this. Just to your brothers out there, when you're dealing with Becky, you gotta ask yourself, does she like me for me, or she like me because I'm tall and she just or she sees me as a fetish? Same with you sisters. When Caucasian dudes get with sisters, you're a fetish. You're nothing more than to fulfill their sexual fantasies and kinky sex. I mean, all that ghetto gagger shit is you just look at ghetto gaggers. No other race of woman will allow themselves to be subjected to that type of treatment. Try doing that with a Caucasian woman. Try doing that with an Asian woman. Try doing that with an Indian woman. Try doing that with a Middle Eastern woman, known as an Arab woman, primarily. A lot of Latina. They won't go down, they won't do that shit. Then you know they ain't gonna do that shit for no nigga. You know what I'm saying? For no brother, they ain't gonna do that. But black women, even with other ethnic women of color, you will never see them on ghetto gaggers. But black women, y'all just got a slave self-hatred and want to be accepted by a white daddy. You will allow yourself to be degraded like that, which I don't understand. It ain't that serious. You have high standards. You will get with a mediocre, lazy, degenerate failure of a Caucasian male and treat him like a king. But you will expect a brother to be. You have all these high expectations, all these high unrealistic standards that you cannot, and you're not trying to live up to your own selves. You know what I'm saying? You expect them to have a BMW, but a Caucasian person can have a 1989 Toyota Corolla used, and you're good, or he could be taking a bus. Y'all still treat him like go. He can be working a minimum wage job at Walmart somewhere, and you still treat this Caucasian guy as like king. I see it myself. You know what I'm saying? I see how they talk to you, they disrespect you, and y'all just cool with it. And you want me to protect you. I ain't saving you from you putting yourself in harm's way like that. Fuck that shit. You don't even shame me with that bullshit. But with brothers, as a black man, I mean, these women, some of these women, I mean, not all, but I'm just saying enough. These non-black chicks, you got to know what their intentions are, especially when they approach you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really approach you. You know what I'm talking about. Do they want you for you? Especially if you got money, you know what they're in for. You're tall and handsome. Oh, they'll talk, oh, I want mixed babies and all that stuff, but you got to understand their intentions. You're seen as a fetish, or I bet he know how to eat pussy. He know how to use his big dick to fuck you. I mean, I seen other non-black chicks, from your Caucasian all the way to your Asian, Indian, Arab, Latina chicks. I overheard the conversations. Even when they were saying stuff, I even heard one time heard an Asian chick say something. Oh, I bet he got a big dick. I bet I'll suck him off. I'll swallow his cum. I'm talking about she getting all rash. She didn't even know that I was listening. How she would want to. All she talked about how she would love to try these sexual positions on me, but she didn't like pursue me and then introduce herself. She just sat back with her homegirl and they were talking about sex, talking about fucking, you know, fucking, and they're doing sucking, how they like to be sucked on, all types of kinky shit. They don't talk like shit. Or they don't talk about doing this kinky wild shit to their own men. They don't do that with Caucasian guys. No, they try to play it cool. But with black men, they want to do all types of slutty shit. Which I never understood why. I'm not saying you guys, sisters is like this. Now with sisters, they try to play it cool. Oh, I ain't that type of chick. But if they fucking with a Ray Ray and Pookie, or they're bedwenching, now, not just because a black woman dates outside of ethnicity, I won't call her a bedwench. But I just call her out on her, if she's a bedwench on her mindset. You gotta understand, is that black women, y'all go wild and crazy, but you don't understand, you being judged. When you act all wild and do freaky shit, you don't understand, you are being judged. I'm not saying I'm not saying brothers don't get a pass, but to say when women as a whole sexually objectify us, it's like they assume that we just want to fuck them. No questions asked. They just think, especially Caucasian females, we just want to nut. We just want to fuck and smash. Every time I see this, that's the arrogance of men and women in America. If you're a black man, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you're dating a Caucasian chick, and a Caucasian person, same with a woman, pay attention. You got to make sure what their intentions are, especially when they approach you. Do they care about you? Do they respect your people? Their attitude about black people, how they feel about issues. I talk about social. I don't give a damn about their comfort. To be honest with you, I talk about the issues. I see how their attitude is. I see if they're for Black Lives. They say Black Lives Matter. Okay. I'll ask them, what are you doing to use your privilege? I'll say it as it is, to end Caucasian supremacy, to end racism that you continue to benefit from, even if you're a good non-racist Caucasian person. What are you doing systematically to end racism, institutional racism, and put a stop to Caucasian supremacy? What are you doing? What are you doing, and how are you checking your people to make sure they stop doing that? That's what you got to ask them. That's what I ask. If I'm about to date a Caucasian person, I need to know if they're doing that, because there's no way in hell you're going to continue to enjoy white privilege while I suffer from black disenfranchisement. That's one thing I agree with Cynthia G on. I can't stand the bitch, but she run on that. Okay? The bottom line, people, just because these other groups of people don't care about us. The ones that claim to be down with a culture and love us, they say it, but they don't do it in action. These Caucasian liberals are the worst ones. They don't care about our issues. They don't care about our plight and pain. They don't try to make sure we get reparations. They don't do that shit. They don't do none of that shit, y'all. They don't give a fuck about our plight. Oh, all lives matter. But what about black lives? Because black. I don't see everybody else getting shot and gunned down by the police, getting harassed, from getting by cops busting out, running up on you. You're walking. I don't see them getting pulled over like black people are and being searched and being degraded in public and being terrorized, being beat up and shot down in daylight and nighttime. I don't see that shit with all lives, motherfuckers. All lives don't go through racism, institutional racism, are not victims of Caucasian supremacy, colonization, enslavement, exploitation, sexploitation, okay? Miss me with that shit. Okay? All lives don't suffer discrimination. All lives ain't persecuted and discriminated and mistreated because of the color of their skin. Fuck out of here with that all lives matter shit. All lives matter means white lives matter. Blue lives matter means white lives matter. But if they really cared about white lives, blue lives matter, how come you got so many Caucasian males killing cops? How come y'all ain't marching then? And someone told me, well, Caucasians are more victims of police shootings. There's a reason why, because y'all don't shut the fuck up. Y'all curse the cops out, you get in their face, you stand in their face, you spit at them, you slap them around. No, this person got a gun and a baton, but if they touch you, you have white privilege to get out of the situation. They're wrong if they do anything to you. But if a black person he thinks about doing it, he's shot up. Especially a black man, gunned down. Black woman she'll be body slammed, then beat up, but she might live, but likely not, or she'll get gunned down in the last resort. But if a black man does it, they're gonna just shoot him dead. You know what I mean? Okay. I mean, really. When Caucasians do kill other Caucasians, where are the white lives matter people at? Where the white lives matter people at? Where the Caucasian supremacists at? No, what y'all do when it comes to white on white crime, y'all try to keep that hidden. Okay? But now with this gun violence thing, the reason why y'all give a shit, because it happened to y'all. That school shooting that has happened out in South Florida. You had school shootings that happened out in Texas, out in Seattle, Washington. How come they didn't get the same press in Texas and in Seattle, Washington, out in Ohio, out in Kentucky? But this school shooting made the national news for some odd reason. Oh, I forgot. When it happens to, I'm not saying, but let me just say it like this. My whole opinion, the reason why this got more national news is because it's getting out of hand. But when black kids, first of all, you don't see black males and females plotting to have hit lists. Well, if we got a problem with somebody, we take it out on the street. You know what I'm saying? We will track you down, but we might confront you and beat your ass or try to fight you, or we'll just snap and just, if it does happen, if a shooting does happen, we're going to shoot the person who did us wrong. That's how we do. We don't go around shooting up masses of people because we just mad or because we didn't get our way or we felt mistreated. No, we don't get down like that. Caucasians and sometimes Caucasians, mainly male and sometimes female, and then Asian males and Asian females, and then other groups with like East Indians and Latinos, predominantly Mexicans and Arabs. Oh, they shoot up schools. Oh, they just shoot up masses of people. Some people, these motherfuckers, primarily Caucasian males, pull out how to make a gun, how to make weapons, how to make bombs and shit, how to set the place on fire and shit, out of the hell of it, out of pure evil. And then it's rationalized. When a Caucasian male shoots up a school or plants bombs or shoot military style weapons and shit, missiles and whatever the hell, poison people. Oh, he was bullied. Really? He was picked on. He had a hard, rough time growing up. Now imagine if I read a case out in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. This was years back. And this was I think 2012 or maybe 2011, maybe 2013. In North Carolina, in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, I think it was in middle school. I'm pretty sure it was, no, it was in high school. This Caucasian male, high school sophomore, I don't know what he did, why he did what he did, but he poisoned the teacher's coffee over a disagreement. Now, I understand there's teachers who are bullies. They can be mean, unprofessional, and nasty, and disrespectful, and treat you bad and clown you. I have been a victim of that. But I didn't think, I'm going to put something in their drink. Sometimes I did think, because I got bullied by teachers and disrespected by multiple teachers, especially this Asian chick, I thought about killing the bitch. But I didn't think, I'm going to go bring a gun into school, and I'm going to shoot everybody dead who had nothing to do with my problem with this teacher. Or I know that I had other problems with other students, classmates, or even other students of different grade levels, of the upper class, middle class, But what my thing is, I didn't just want to just shoot random people. I just want to just take one or two people who I have a problem with, or the list of people who are fucking with me, and take their ass out. I don't want to just shoot like 20 people, 100 people, plant bombs and shit. No, I just didn't. No, my whole reaction was different. These Caucasian males and these other groups of these other non-black males, no, they just go hard. They want to kill everybody, hurt everybody. Oh, the world got to know that I'm hurting. But when black people cry hurt, fuck that. There's no excuse for you to do that. You need to grow up. You need to be tough. But when Caucasian males don't get their way and they feel like they're mistreated, or their things don't go their way, or they don't have the perfect life, when there's no such thing as the perfect life. Hey, if you're white, you have the perfect life, especially in America, especially in the West. For you to just kill people and hurt people, because some girl didn't give you're not getting any pussy. You know how girls can be cliquish. You got dudes who can be cliquish, but girls that can be cliquish, they're about the status quo. He got to have looks. He got to be tall. He got to have money, come from money. He got to have the most expensive car. He got to have all this, or most of these high school chicks try to talk to dudes who are in college or older dudes and who got the house and the car and the money and the job, man. But and I can understand why that frustration will boil over to a bunch of girls getting shot down and gunned down. Because of loneliness and sexual frustration being not a love and dating and sex life. But nobody don't want to talk about how people are treating each other in these high schools, how bullying is a problem. Now people want to talk about bullying when a bunch of Caucasian kids, especially gay Caucasians, get mistreated. But how many times black kids, especially black males, have been bullied by other students, by girls, by teachers, by the school administrators? How often have we been picked on and mistreated and it gets dismissed? But when Caucasians
do something. We got to find a reason why they did it. But when it comes to black people, oh no. But and you don't see black kids, whatever. Even if he's in an all-white suburban school, he ain't gonna. He's being watched. Every time he walks down the street, he's being watched. Gets out of his car, police are pulling him over. Or you know what I'm saying? He's being profiled by security, by cops in the school. Whatever he does he have drugs or not? I've seen Caucasian kids when I was in high school, have drugs, got alcohol, got all types of chemicals and shit. All types of toxic chemicals and shit, knives and guns, and they didn't harass them. They didn't question them. If you're outside of class, they're asking the black student, "Oh, where are you going? What are you doing? Are you a student here?" But Caucasian kids can come from different high schools, hang out, do all types of shit, or grown ass men hit on these girls, or these girls come after him, and they don't ask no damn questions. You know what I'm saying? And yes, you got a few older women, messing with the boys, but you know what I'm saying? They don't have to work hard to get dick. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. But Caucasians who visit other high schools to start shit, they're not watched. You know what I'm saying? And nobody want to talk about this shit that these Caucasian males and females and these other non-blacks do. Y'all just want to talk about black students like we the thugs and criminals and the overly wild, sexual, irresponsible, immature, dumbass people. Or we can't drive cars and all that type of shit. Always doing something stupid. No, it's always these Caucasian kids. These Caucasians, and they get it from the goddamn parents. Okay? Now y'all want to talk about gun violence. Y'all want to talk about, some of y'all want to talk about police brutality because a Caucasian woman got shot by a black cop. But y'all didn't say nothing when that Arizona cop shot up that Caucasian male and killed him. Oh, y'all kept that hush hush because you don't, and then the only time y'all started actually talking about it when this cop out in Utah, this was in Utah, when this cop, manhandled and body slammed this chick and forced her into the police car because she didn't comply with his orders. She was doing her job and following the rules and she knew her rights. And it's ridiculous with your selective outrage. We got to talk about gun violence. But when black kids are getting shot down like Tamir Rice, Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, y'all silent. When Renisha McBride and Rakia Board are getting gunned down by cops or Caucasian supremacist adults. Oh, silence. It's our fault. What were you doing that night? Or why were you standing here? It's always a question. But when Caucasian kids get gunned down and get murdered, y'all silent. Y'all come up with rationalization. Well, why you have no right to follow this Caucasian child? You have no right to, this. This George. If a George Zimmerman, followed Trayvon, if he wouldn't be called Trayvon, Travis, to the housing complex and harass him, and then shot him dead. Oh, he would be in jail a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? He would not be excused, and you Caucasian supremacists will not pay his bail and pay his lawyer to get off. He already has a Jewish judge who's racist. He got a mother who hates black people for some odd reason. She's not Caucasian, but she's Peruvian. But she got a Caucasian supremacist mindset and wants to be Caucasian. She's a colonized, color-struck, self-hating bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. No, y'all want to talk about gun violence. Oh, it's too easy to get guns. Oh, we got to talk about gun control. Oh, we got to pray. We got to take prayers out of school. We got to do a moment of silence. I ain't doing a moment of silence to those motherfuckers. Not to some dead Caucasian kids who got shot when they were bullying and mistreating other people and fucking with other people, and they saw the signs that Nicholas Cruz was a fucking thug, a fucking terrorist, starting trouble and shit. He was mentally unstable. He was crazy. He was violent, and they didn't do nothing about it. They didn't report it. So I'm like, if you didn't want to, so you had this no snitch policy, the schoolyard bullying bullshit. The schoolyard bullying mindset. So you saw this Nicholas Cruz thug terrorist. He was mentally unstable. no, he didn't have mental issues. He was fucked up in the head. He was just violent. He was just evil and cold-hearted. Because it's not like it's like, I mean, what can you excuse? It's not like, oh, women didn't want him because he didn't target girls, just girls. He targeted everybody. He also targeted more so black students. You know? He's also a Caucasian supremacist. He learned how to make bombs, know how to shoot guns, and get these types of weapons. And then they got and I forgot what the weapon's called, y'all. Got the AR-15, all that type of shit. You know, all these battle style, military style weapons. And they know this kid was crazy, violent, and looking for trouble, and looking to do harm to somebody, and they didn't say nothing. None of these students, Caucasian kids mainly, didn't say something, because that's just business as usual. So now they're shot up dead and shit. Teachers are dead. I don't give a fuck. Well, why are you so cold-hearted, Calvin? I don't give a fuck. Because when black kids are picked on, and you have teachers threatening and harassing, bullying black students, nobody gives a shit. But a black student snaps out of frustration, out of anger, oh, he's wrong. He's supposed to shut up and take it. When black kids are getting bullied by these Caucasian supremacist kids, like, when Michael Speed was being bullied by that Caucasian male bully, nobody did nothing. Oh, he was supposed to just sit back and take it. Oh, this racist bitch teacher said, he was just words. Oh, but let me remind you. Let me remind you, people. If that's the case, if I threaten to rape and kill you, and you overhear it, I could say to the police it's just words. Guess where I'm going? I'm going to jail. If I talk about killing people and planting bombs and shit and doing harm to people, killing people, I talk about saying these evil, saying hateful stuff, especially posting it online, guess where I'm going? And they see my face and know what the fuck I look like, guess where I'm going? If I call the woman a bitch, guess where I'm going? I'm in trouble. If I say something about sex, something sexually inappropriate and lewd to a woman, guess where I'm going? If I talk about hate, I hate Caucasian people, I want to kill a bunch of Caucasian people, guess where I'm going? Oh, but Caucasians, kids are not kids and adults and babies. Oh, they can talk about killing niggers, like Justin Bieber. And that's okay. Nobody has an issue with that. Oh, we didn't want to ruin his life. Oh, but you destroyed Chris Brown's life. You destroyed Ray Rice's life. You took away his career. Oh, you got Tavis Smiley all fucked up and jammed up. You got that Roy Conyers guy who's I don't know what kind of politician he is. Oh, you forced him to resign over a lie of being falsely accused of sexual harassment and sexual misconduct. Oh, but I forgot, black lives don't matter, especially if you're a black man in America, you know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. You know, oh, when Caucasian kids, like same with that issue same with the situation that happened out in Manchester, England. Another incident, another shooting incident that happened in Manchester, England, that happened out in Las Vegas recently, that happened out in Texas, somewhere in Texas, that happened out in Utah, out in Ohio. You know, what I'm listing is the school shootings that happened out in Seattle, Washington, Ohio, Kentucky, Texas, and now South Florida. Oh, we got to talk about gun violence and gun control. But wait a minute. There's always, y'all ain't trying to stop gun control. Stop it. You motherfuckers are full of shit. You motherfuckers, you know, and when I say, I mean, you Caucasian folks, and you other non-blacks are full of shit. Oh, when stuff happens to y'all, you want black people to march with you and fight with you and protest with you. And y'all want to use us for numbers. But when it comes to our issues, oh, fuck y'all. Oh, with this DACA situation, oh, you got these Mexicans and all these, and people from Latin America, all these Latino immigrants bitching and crying about their families being broken up and how, you know, their parents came here illegally, their grandparents came here illegally, and now they're being deported back to Mexico, Guatemala, and other Latin American countries, the Panama, whatever the fuck they came from. Oh, it's so wrong and so awful that our families are being broken up. It's so wrong. We need to do something. This is wrong. But y'all motherfuckers voted for Trump. And you want me to feel bad for you? And y'all the ones who call us a nigger. And you got this bitch, Camilla, I don't know her last name, but y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. This prejudiced, color-struck bigot. We want to be Caucasian supremacist, bitch. I'm not gonna say she's a racist because she's a person of color. She really can't be racist. She just wants to be. Because like I said, any brown person, y'all don't have no power to be racist. Y'all don't own nothing, control nothing like that. They'll let you. Caucasians have allowed you to control some sorts, control some things and some types of businesses in the West. Because you're not a threat. It's like they put y'all don't like skin Negro slaves. That's all y'all are. You're the house Negroes. Camilla Siebel or whatever the fuck her last name is. She talk all this shit about black people, particularly black men. But I can tell you from what I know about what I have known about chicks like that. Same with Tommy Lahren. They have a same with Megan Kelly. Deep down inside, or same with those Cuban chicks. Same with that Cuban chick out in Florida. And you know how they get down in Florida. You know them Cubans. Some of these Caucasian supremacists want to be Asian chicks. When they talk shit about black men, deep down inside, they want to fucking suck a brother. They talk. Anybody who hates somebody so fucking hard. I'm speaking about the women. I know the dudes are. I'm gonna get to the dudes in a second. The non-black dudes in a second. Anybody who obsesses over hating a group of people that hard, especially if this a woman hating a man of a different ethnicity, they hate that particular man because of the skin color, and they obsess over him and talk shit about him. Deep down inside, they must have been hurt, or they must have been mad because they couldn't get no black dick. That's usually what the issue is. Same with when you got these racist non-black males talking shit about black women. Oh, deep down inside, they want to fuck a black woman. They want the dick sucked. They want to eat that pussy and fuck it. That's what it boils down to. It's about sexual gratification. Because let me tell you something. These people who hate these motherfuckers, these non-blacks who hate us, really want to fuck the shit out of us. They want us to come hard and do all types of freaky shit to us. Like I said, they fetishize us. But back to this DACA thing, all these Latinos crying about their families being broken apart. And these Caucasian liberals who are undercover racists, they're crying with them. And they're trying to do everything to help them out. But wait a minute. My issue with that, when black families are being broken apart since slavery, during the Jim Crow days, where are you motherfuckers at? Where were the Mexicans at? Where the Caucasians at? The Caucasian liberals specifically. You know what I'm saying? Where were y'all at? Black families have been breaking up. We have been beaten, raped, branded, sold, being castrated, bodies being mutilated, and lynched. Being forced to work slave labor, 24 hours, no food and water. Work for free. Never got no reparations. But every other group has gotten reparations, some sort of reparations. But it's dismissed. I had nothing. You Caucasian folks are a fucking joke. I had nothing to do with that. Yes, you did. You were a descendant of a slave master, slave owner. Yes, you did. You benefit off of racism. You benefit off of Caucasian supremacy. You have benefited off the evil ways of your forefathers and foremothers of doing evil, demonic shit, inhumane shit to us, and robbing us, and using us, and exploiting us, and raping the shit out of us, and breaking our families apart, and selling us, and breeding us, forcing us to breed with each other as family. That's nasty. Practicing incest, homosexuality, feeding our children, feeding our babies to alligators. You're some evil ass motherfuckers to be that damn fucking insensitive and dismissive. Y'all never tell the Jews to get over the Holocaust. Y'all be offended if someone told you, if you told these Southern Caucasians down in the South where I'm at, get over the war between the North and the South, except that the fact that the North won and we're better than y'all. Because a lot of these Southerners down here, especially in states like North Carolina, in the South period, they wanted to continue to have slavery. And the fact that slavery was abolished and we were free from chains, but they had a new system of slavery. And we know what the fuck it is, systematic institutional racism. But they didn't want to give us no reparations on 40 acres and a fucking meal so we can build up our communities. And then when we build up our own black towns and all that, and neighborhoods, and have our own black businesses and black infrastructure, guess what they did? They burned it the fuck down, coming up, these racist bitches talk about, I was raped, I was robbed, I was attacked. But it was a Caucasian male who did that shit, but she didn't want to report another Caucasian male for this dude sexually assaulting her, raping her, beating her ass and robbing her. No, she didn't want to protect her Caucasian male counterpart, but she want to blame it on the black man, or she's mad because some black man didn't look her way and didn't want to fuck her, so that's why she wanted to do some evil ass shit like that. That's how I can't stand them racist Caucasian bitches. But when our families are broken apart and being sold, nobody cares. When we are facing obvious discrimination, when we are forced to live in neighborhoods that are in poor conditions, and when we are getting low-quality jobs, even though we got a master's degree and PhD, but we're still working at McDonald's and Walmart, making $7.25 an hour, but there's nobody wants to talk about this institutional systematic racism. When we got poor health care and shit like that, no, nobody don't want to talk about that, but make sure everybody else is taken care of. I know I'm on a rant. I mean, why? What the fuck? I don't understand why these black kids are marching with these Caucasian kids and these other non-blacks on the gun violence. And why are y'all Negroes continuing to join movements and support movements like DACA? Why are y'all supporting the the gay movement, the gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender movement, and queer movement? I'll say it like this: the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer movement. Why are you supporting the LGBTQ community? Why are you doing that? These motherfuckers don't care about you. Why are you supporting these Caucasian liberals? Why are you helping out these poor Caucasians living in trailer parks when they call you nigger, and they want to do harm to you and hang you from a goddamn tree? Why are you supporting feminism, white women's rights, white feminism? When especially sisters, when they don't do nothing for y'all, they don't try to help y'all out. They don't care about when you lose your kids or your kids are murdered. They don't give a shit. They don't care about your condition. They tell y'all, because when our families were broken up in the 70s with the feminist movement, when they brought in welfare and they told black women, oh, you don't need no man, you can do it by yourself. Why would you listen to that? He's abusing, he's oppressing you. You know black men don't have no power to oppress you and abuse you, harm you, and rape you and kill you and get away with it. You know that's not the case. It's Caucasian males who can do that shit. And our families were broken when they had it set up where black women get the jobs and the black men don't. Just put the niggers in jail. Now they're bringing drugs and guns into the community. Now you got chaos. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to break this down. Now, all of a sudden, now they got the welfare, the food stamps, the WIC, public assistance geared towards women, even though these Caucasian families are getting welfare, food stamps, WIC, and all types of benefits. And they still have their families. Their children got a 2-parent family home. Their families are still intact, but black families are not. The black women are like basically kicking the man out the house. The man can't be head of household because he don't have no job. Now she got to go to the state to get help, and they're not going to give her nothing. Now she got to live in some poor, fucked up slum area and be a single mother to keep getting the check. And a lot of women think, oh, if I just fuck with no good ass dudes and sleep with drug dealers, I can be able to make it, and that's sad. Okay, you know that's just that type of systematic oppression. But I don't see the feminists, the Caucasian, the National Organization for Women, or I should say, the National Organization for White Women, giving a fuck. I don't see nothing more. I don't see these white feminists, these pro-white women, white women's activists, pro-women groups, these feminist groups, these feminists saying anything about this shit, about the plight of black women, and how black women are underpaid because they're black, not because they're a woman, mainly because they're black. You know, I don't understand that shit. I mean, but Negroes continue to support these other groups. Same with these Negroes who support the MRA. We need patriarchy. We need America to be great again. Make America great again. That means make America white again. Make it full-fledged white supremacist. Segregation, Jim Crow. Bring that shit back. That's what they're saying. When these Caucasian males who claim to be MRAs and MGTOW, they really gotta hate. Some of them got good. Many of them. I'm not going to say it like this. A few of them have good points about they want things to be equal, non-gynocentric, no sexism, no misandry, no misogyny. Okay, but some of these dudes these Caucasian males want to be in positions of power where women are just barefoot and pregnant. Actually, they're women to be barefoot and pregnant, and they just run everything, and everything is white male dominated. That's what it is. That's why they support some of these dudes are undercover misogynists, undercover white supremacist, misogynist, and racist. And all they want is white men to be in charge on every goddamn aspect of this society and world. Okay? But then you Negroes support, some of you Negroes who are claimed to be for men's issues, why would you support Trump? Trump don't give a get. Oh, he's for traditional values. How is Trump traditional? How is Donald Trump traditional? There ain't nothing traditional about him. Talking about grabbing women by the private parts and all that shit. But if a black man would have said something like that, they would have roasted his ass. Okay? But y'all Negroes don't get it. Y'all want to support, some of you Negroes want to support men's rights. Some of us who are aware of men's issues and supports men's issues, but we're supported for the betterment of manhood so we can be better men, be better leaders, and be better fathers, and be head of the community. But these other dudes, they got a hatred for women. They think they're above women and women should just bow down to them for whatever the fucking reason. Then y'all know different than these feminists who think men should just bow down to them and kiss their ass because they got a vagina. That's how you think like these women. But you think because you got a penis that a woman should just serve your ass. I don't agree with either side. You're both wrong on that shit. But these men's rights activists are a joke because some of these MGTOW dudes are a joke. Some of them are undercover manjanas. Because when black men are falsely accused of something by a woman, or we have issues with the racist gynocentric family courts, or a woman lies on us, or falsely accuses us of anything, where were the MRAs at? Where are the men's rights activists? When black men are getting assaulted by women, and then when we stand up for ourselves and we get in trouble for it, nobody protects us. Nobody has our back. Where's these other groups that say, oh, it's about all lives matter, we shall overcome, combine? Where they at? We got to pay attention. We got to stop supporting these other groups that are started by non-blacks. Stop supporting these white-owned, dominated, these Caucasian-owned, dominated groups like feminism, women's rights. That's for white women, okay? Men's rights. That's for white men. A voice for women is a voice for white men. Gay movements, the gay and lesbian, bisexual, transgender movement, queers. That's for Caucasian lesbians and gays. Caucasian bisexual people, males and females. Caucasian transvestites. The so-called trans woman and the so-called trans man. The so-called white trans woman and the so-called white trans man. Okay? You got these dudes who want to think they're women, but, and you got these females who think they're men, sexually confused and retarded, and they're trying to normalize this lifestyle, especially with the gay agenda, and they're pushing it in the black community to feminize the black man and make the black woman take on the masculine role, destroy our family, and for population reduction. That's why they kicked the black man and stopped and did everything they can to not make him head of household. Why do y'all think they attacked LeVar Ball? Why do you think they attack black alpha males? I don't know. I don't believe in the alpha male concept. But what the concept of the alpha male, black men who are opinionated, black men who don't kiss ass to nobody, don't answer nobody, especially to no damn woman, especially to no Caucasian bitch. Black men who don't kiss nobody's ass. Black men who think for themselves, decisive, assertive, and strong, have courage and guts, and at the same time not afraid to be vulnerable and trust and confide in people who are down with him. Especially if you got a loyal, good woman by his side, or multiple women, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, we gotta learn, people. My people, y'all gotta wake the fuck up. Stop supporting these other movements. They don't give a fuck about us. All these other movements, like I listed, feminism, the feminists, the gays, the gay movement, you know what I'm saying? You can throw in the bisexual gays, they're really gay people. The transvestites, who are gay, but they think they're a woman. They think they're a woman who, a man who thinks he's a woman, and a woman who thinks he's a man. They don't give a fuck about us. They never speak on our issues. So fuck them on that shit. DACA. No, these are the groups. These are the brown people of color. These are the brown, other ethnic people of color. These are the brown folks. Don't give a shit about us. They come into our neighborhoods. They set up shop and charge us high prices. They overcharge us, rip us off. They profile us and treat us like crap. They disrespect us, no different than Caucasians, but Caucasians do it worse. You know, my mom had an incident when she went to the nail shop, and this Asian guy was just rude and disrespectful. My mom said, "Hey, can I be served?" And then she asked, "Well, can I be served?" The dude got nasty, got in her face, and wanted to put her hands on her, and want to do harm to her. But I said, "Mom, why don't you report it?" Again, here, I was not there, so he would likely not do that. But I said, why do you Negroes keep supporting these non-black owned businesses? Stop supporting these the so-called white-owned, Asian-owned, Latino-owned, Indian-owned, Arab-owned businesses. Stop doing that shit. So why do y'all keep supporting non-black owned businesses? I don't get it. Why do you continue to support Caucasian-owned businesses, Asian-owned businesses, Indian-owned businesses, Arab-owned businesses, Latino-owned businesses, but they disrespect you and treat you like crap? They profile you. They're rude and unprofessional. They want to do harm to you, and they disrespect you. They body slam you, attack you. Some of them will shoot and kill you. Why do you continue to patronize their businesses and use instead of spending money within your own community and supporting your black-owned businesses? And stop giving me that weak-ass argument with black people who don't know have poor customer service. Their businesses suck. They're overpriced. The reason why they're overpriced is because since we can't get these business loans, we can't get no grants, we can't get no financial support from the government. That's why they charge higher prices. That's why it's important to buy black. So when many black people buy from other black people, we can reduce the prices. But y'all Negroes don't want to do that shit. No, y'all want to still party with non-blacks, and you think they're going to accept you. You still want to date non-blacks. You still want to have sex with non-black folks and thinking that they're going to accept you. You still want to be friends with them, but these same so-called friends don't help you out when you get your nigger moment. When you experience racism and you're a victim of Caucasian supremacy, or you're a victim of colorism, or prejudice, how do you say it? When you're a victim of cover-struck, wannabe Caucasian supremacist bigots who cut your throat to get ahead, to pander to Caucasians, folks. You know, I mean, it's a damn shame that some of you black teens are stupid as hell to march with them Caucasians on gun violence and gun control. But when you're pulled over, they don't do nothing for y'all. When you experience disrespect and racism, when they lay hands on you, threaten to kill you, they don't come to your defense. When they profile you in stores, or cops, when you're walking down the street, the cops want to run up on you and draw the gun and want to kill you in the spot. And they want to falsely arrest you and lock you up. Pin crimes, accuse you of crimes that you did not commit, plant drugs on you, plant drugs in your car, your parents' car. Oh, they don't, but these non-black friends don't do nothing. They don't speak out against racism, Caucasian supremacy, and address the injustice that y'all face. I feel you, Harvey Superboy, Mr. Superboy 223, Mr. Superboy 222. I feel you, man. I just think overall, I know this is a long video, but I'm going to tell it like it is. We don't love ourselves. We have self-hate issues, and we need to address that. For black people to love each other, we have to have self-love. We have to know ourselves. A lot of us don't want to know ourselves. Oh, we can't trace our lineage. Bullshit, now you can. All you Negroes got to do is pick up a goddamn book. Read a book. Go use Google, research who the fuck you are. Use that Ancestry.com type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's out there. You can trace your lineage now. We got the technology, we got the resources to do this shit. Learn about your history, learn about your culture, learn about different cultures. Get out the house and travel. Travel to different countries. Travel to your native countries where the fuck you came from. Find out who the fuck you are. Stop making excuses. Okay? Oh, that itch, man, I'm sorry about that. It just, but I just think, man, we don't love ourselves, and a lot of us just are comfortable having self-hate issues, and because we have low self-esteem and an inferiority complex, and we're suffering from post-traumatic slave syndrome. So we still got a slave mentality because of the colonization and enslavement that we have encountered over the years from Caucasian folks and other groups fucking us over. But we it's like we got Stockholm syndrome. We're like that woman who complains about her boyfriend beating her ass or her husband abusing her, but refuses to leave because he got a nice car and he got money and she's living there rent free. Fuck that! I get the fuck out. I'd rather be alone and struggle financially than take and then take the abuse of somebody and treating me like shit, like I don't fucking matter, and cheating on me and disrespecting me on a daily basis. I don't need that car. I can get my own car. I can get my own place. I could do it on my own, but a lot of you Negroes are so afraid to piss off Caucasian folks, make them angry. Let's make them angry. Fuck their comfort. But you're afraid that you're not going to get approval. We don't need their approval. We don't need their so-called fake-ass love, and we don't need to be validated, and we don't need them to tell us who the fuck we are. We know who the fuck we are. We are the original kings and queens. Let's start being that way. Peace.